Hey everyone, you're here with Ali of I Am Royalty Radio. We are at the album release gala for Mav Traxx Family Ties right here in Dallas. Sir, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. This is my debut, solo record. I've done albums with a bunch of people, and it feels a little weird that now the spotlight's on me, and I'm used to being in the background. But it's cool. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying the love I've been receiving from everybody. It's just been great. It's been overwhelming almost, but it's just like, wow. I expected it to go well, but I mean it's actually magnified. It's way better than I thought it would be.
So let's tell everybody a little bit about Mav Traxx, aka Marcus Roberts Jr. I love it because I was like, tell us, where does the name come from? Where did Mav Traxx come from?
Well, I came up with the name Mav. It was initially Maverick Traxx, and I came up with the name Maverick from watching Top Gun with Tom Cruise. Because he was like a loose cannon. He was just naturally talented at what he was doing, but he just needed guidance, and he needed to kind of get a better perspective of things. So when I started out, I'm originally from Highland Hills, so that's a pretty rough area and stuff. And my parents got me into better situations, like pushed me out. And I didn't go to Hutch. I went to Lancaster, so that that I could stay out of trouble basically. And then music ended up also just pulling me away from things that might have pulled my life another way. But that's how I got that name from that movie, and I just figured that I was naturally talented, but I just needed guidance.
Okay, because you started this whole musical thing at the age of 2.
Well, I was showing interest at early at the age. So I was already trying to play piano at 2, and but ironically, I just at the time, my family we didn't have money for me to get lessons or nothing like that. So I had to teach myself eventually around the age of 20 how to play keys.
So drummer and pianist.
Pianist, bassist, trumpet. I started out as a trumpet player though. Yeah.
Okay, and so I read somewhere where you decided to choose music over sports.
Yeah, I was in high school and I was a good football player, and I just decided my band teacher was like, she got tired of me marching at halftime in my football uniform, so she was like, you got to pick one. You just got to pick one. It's gonna either be football or it's either gonna be, you know what I'm saying, music. You got to pick one because I can't have you doing this. I said, well, how about I just be in jazz band? And she was like, no, because I need you for both. Either you're gonna be in band all the way or you're gonna be all the way out. What are you gonna do? So I was like, well, I can get hurt. I can get hurt playing football. I can play keyboards and drums and stuff until I'm 80 if I keep my health right. So I just chose that.
And look at where you are today. Okay, so along your journey, we'll call this a journey, you have done some amazing things, and you have been nominated for some great things. You've worked with some awesome people. Tell us, kind of what's the most exciting part of this journey that you've been on, and kind of where you are today with your solo album.
Actually, the most exciting thing, even though I work with like Eric Roberson and Montel Jordan, Jodeci, a bunch of actual artists that everybody knows. The most exciting thing about this whole thing is sharing the stage with my son. My son's 13, and he's actually playing drums with me tonight. So it's just it's a really, really good and sentimental feeling to sit on stage and look back and see that I'm actually fathering my son to be good at what we were doing at an earlier age, and I was able to, access it. Like I said, we just didn't have the money when I was younger, and that just wasn't my pop's thing, but it was mine, and it was a great thing that my son showed interest early as I did. He showed interest around about 2 and wanted to play drums, and he's been doing it ever since, and now he's very professional at it, and it's the most beautiful thing to sit there and watch your seed, succeeding at that early of an age. He's really a prodigy, and that's the best thing about it.
So tell us, this is the album is called Family Ties. What does that mean?
The reason why I named the album Family Ties was basically I started this record when my son was born with some of the tunes, and I planned to call it a whole different title, but as he grew and as the music grew, and then I started using a lot of my friends that are, around me, and I call it Family Ties just because they are family to me. Like, they're not just the people that I work with and musicians that I play with and share the stage with. I really consider them family. Like, a lot of our kids play together. We hang out together outside of the music, and it's just a great family-oriented and family-like community of music here in the DFW area. And, I just love my city, so I wanted to put as many of my friends on as I could.
That's awesome, because you are born and raised right here in Dallas. Okay, okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. So what would you tell, because of the way that you ended up in this music industry and blowing up like you are, what would you tell someone else who, maybe is new to this, or maybe doesn't know that this is, not this in terms of music, but something that they're going into, may or may not be their path? How would you guide someone?
I would say go with whatever your gut feeling is. Go with what wakes you up every day, what you think about when you wake up every day, and what drives you the most, what's your passion, because you'll be successful at that. And I know you're going to reach times that it's going to feel like you want to give up, but you only win when you don't quit. So you got to keep going. You got to push past the hard times. You got to push past the broke times. You got to push past the times you think nobody's listening or nobody cares. And you just got to care for yourself. You got to pull from within, man, and just keep going. Just don't give up on yourself.
That's awesome. Because we hear so often, you got to know everything and don't do something until you got all your ducks in a row and all that.
Because, if that was the case, people would never start stuff, because we always overanalyze ourselves, and you got to start somewhere, and nobody knows everything. Even I know Grammy Award. I'm with Grammy Award winning people and Grammy nominated artists and musicians every day, and they don't know everything, and they got Grammys sitting on the wall, but nobody knows everything. It's just about starting and making sure, like, when you find or you make those mistakes, just learn from them. Like, you never lose. You just learn. Like, either you're winning or you're learning. One of the two.
I love it. I love it. Y'all, Mav Traxx right here in the building. We're going to catch him on the stage a little bit later on tonight. We thank you for taking a little time to chat with us. Before we go, tell everyone how they can follow you, your next upcoming projects that you have coming up, and then how to get your album.
You can get the album on any digital outlets, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, CD Baby, any of them. You can go to my website at www.mavtraxx.live. You can also there's a Facebook group that we're joining, and there's an entertainment company. My wife is spearheading, and she's really doing a great job at it. You can go on Catch This Vibe community. Now, if you join, you got to be active, because they'll boot you out. It's a community where they push each other, and they make sure that everybody knows about what everybody's projects are and what they got going on, and we help each other, because nobody makes it alone, So I'm going to be posting my stuff in there. Also on my social media, you can at Mav Traxx on IG, at Mav Traxx, the artist on Facebook, at Maverick Traxx on Twitter. So, you can just find me anywhere. I usually always post my shows, so, yeah.
Awesome. It was great chatting with you again. I wish you much success, and I know tonight you're going to blow up, so I'm looking forward to listening to you up on the stage. All right, you guys, we're out of here. I'm Royalty Radio.